So have you ever tried to advertise on Facebook and then you want your ad to be shown to people in a very specific location? For instance, let's say only Lagos. And then Facebook end up giving you orders from multiple locations like Akwa Ibom, Cross River State, Maiduguri, Katsina, Abuja, and then few orders coming from Lagos. For instance, let's say you have 20 orders. Out of the 20, 9 is coming from Lagos, and the leftover 11 is scattered around Nigeria. And then now, this is a very serious problem in e-commerce, especially if you're dealing with physical products. For the most part, you don't even have your products in those locations to deliver, or if the kind of services you're offering is only confined to a specific location. Now, this can be a very serious problem. So if you're facing this kind of challenges on your Facebook ad, in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to solve this problem. So without further ado, let's do this. So now the first thing you actually want to do is to log into your ads account. And then once you've logged into your ads manager, you want to go ahead and click on create. Now, when you click on create, you're going to have this little pop-up. Now, feel free to choose any of the objective that you want, but in this case, I'll be going with the sales objective. Then click on continue. So now you have two options, the Advantage Plus and the manual sales campaign. But in this particular situation, I'll be going with the manual sales campaign, but feel free to go with any of the option. It's okay. I'll click continue. Now, once you click on continue, it will bring you to this page. Now, you have to understand that Facebook ad is divided into 3 different sections. We have the campaign level, we have the ad set level, and of course, we have the ads level. But in this particular situation, we are only focused on the ad set level, okay? Because this has nothing to do with the campaign level, and again, it has nothing to do with the ad set level. So I'll just go ahead and click on ad sets, okay? Now, once you've clicked on the ad sets, then you just want to go ahead and scroll down to where you see audience control. So now once you've gotten to audience control, now this is exactly where the whole magic lies. This is where we're actually going to fix the whole problem. Now we are going to apply a very simple principle called the inclusion and the exclusion principle. Now in the inclusion principle, you just want to go ahead and include locations that you want Facebook to show your ads to. And then in the exclusion principle, you also want to go ahead and then exclude those locations that you want Facebook never to show your ads to. Okay? And there's a very simple technique with this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So follow me very closely. When you get to this particular window, you want to go ahead and click on edit. Okay? So in this particular situation, let's assume that we want to show our ads only to those living in Lagos. So I'm going to remove Nigeria. Okay, now can you see this little button that says include? Exactly. Now any address that you type in this particular search bar automatically will be inclusive or will be included. So I'm just going to go ahead and then type Lagos. Okay, Lagos State, and I'm going to choose Lagos, Nigeria as a state, in Nigeria. So now I'm just going to go ahead and apply the exclusion principle by excluding all the locations that I don't want my ad to be shown to. So, but in this particular situation, I would prefer using ChatGPT to get access to all the possible locations in Nigeria. And then watch me very closely. So now I'll just go to ChatGPT and then I'll say, hey ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, can you list the 36 states of Nigeria in alphabetical order? And then please format them vertically. Like this, example states Nigeria, and again example Lagos, Nigeria. Now once you give this simple prompt to ChatGPT, go ahead and click on enter. Now ChatGPT will give you the list of all the states in Nigeria in this particular format, and take note of this format. So we have Abia State, for instance, Nigeria, Adamawa, Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. And then once you have this and everything looks good, go ahead and click copy. Now back to your ads account. So now at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and then click. Can you see this little inclusion button or this include button again? Click on it and then choose add exclusion. Now, once you've chosen add exclusion, the next thing you want to do, can you see this little button that says add locations in bulk? Now go ahead and click on it. And then under location type, go ahead and click on select and choose the option that says counties or regions. Okay, now this is where we are going to paste all the locations that we do not want Facebook to display our ads to. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Ctrl V. Don't forget, these are the address or locations I just copied from ChatGPT. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete this part that says, certainly here's the list of 36 states. We don't need this. And then again, I'll also delete all the empty spaces. Now take note of this. We have Abia State, Nigeria, Adamawa, Nigeria, and then all of these are in just one column or vertically. Okay, just take note of this format. And again, this is the format you should use to make things a lot easier for you. And again, don't forget that we actually want to show our ad to Lagos. So I'm going to go ahead and delete Lagos, because if you add Lagos to this list, automatically you're telling Facebook never to show your ad to people living in Lagos. Now, once you're fine with everything, go ahead and click on match locations. Now, once you do that, Facebook will try to match those addresses to what they have in their database. Okay, as you can clearly see, we have Abia State, Nigeria, Federal Capital Territory, Nigeria, Lagos State, Nigeria. But the problem is we have about 63 different locations and there is no error. So obviously, there are other locations that have been added that we clearly do not want, because we only have about 37 states in Nigeria if you include FCT. So in this situation, let's just go ahead and then look out for the locations that we do not want but have been added. So now, as you can clearly see, we have this particular part called Adamawa and in Cameroon, which simply means that we have a state in Cameroon that is known as Adamawa. So I'll just go ahead and then delete this part out. Now note this, if you want to edit anything here, you go ahead and click on this pencil icon. For instance, if I click on this, you can change this particular address to whatever you want. Or if you want to delete this, just click on the X icon. So in this case, I will just go ahead and delete this by clicking on the X icon. So it's gone. So I'll just keep looking for locations that I do not want that have been added. We have Canada. I'm not sure exactly why Canada is here. Sometimes Facebook can actually hallucinate a lot. So I'll just go ahead and delete this. Again, we still have, so once you've done that correctly, you end up having 36 or 37 states in Nigeria. Now, don't forget that we don't want Lagos to show in the list. You see, we excluded Lagos, but I'm not sure exactly why Lagos is actually being added here again. So in this situation, I'm just going to go ahead and delete Lagos. So if you've done that correctly, you're going to end up having 36 states, okay, excluding Lagos. Now, everything looks good. So go ahead and click on add location. So once you've added locations, you can clearly see Facebook is showing Lagos to be green, but the subsequent state red, which is to say that the ad only would be shown to Lagos, but however, it would never be shown to any of these locations. Now, this is a very quick disclaimer. Well, sometimes this might not be 100% efficient, but for the most part, this works like charm. As a matter of fact, this works for me all the time. Before this time, you don't have to do all of these things. By virtue of just choosing Lagos alone, Facebook knows exactly what to do. But going forward, after their subsequent updates and stuff, they've become very inaccurate with their location targeting. So you have to do this stuff again if you really, really want Facebook to give you exactly what you want. So when you do this, it's like you're trying to reinforce the whole situation. I mean, technically speaking, it's like trying to repeat the same thing twice just to be sure that the person whom you're speaking with have actually heard you. And then once you've done this, trust me, it works right off the bat. So I hope you found this very helpful, because if you're having any challenges like this, now go ahead and start implementing this simple strategy on your Facebook ad. It works all the time. You're welcome.